Hello, America. Welcome back to another episode of the Floridian Guy at another.dropinthebucket.com. This week we are going to talk about Trump versus Kamala, which needs to be restated as God versus the devil. This is a spiritual fight for America. We are all in it, and it is imperative we all know the stakes because they are so important at this time. Obviously, I endorse Trump 100%. He is God's chosen for a time such as this. By any measure, Trump will win by a massive landslide. However, we know that the Democrats will cheat. There is not a single person with a lick of common sense that could not deny the Democrats lied, cheated, and stole the last election from all of us. They stole it from we the people. The place the demons are in right now is dangerous because they are so desperate to hold on to power. That is why they tried to assassinate Trump twice. This might seem like, with all these court cases against Trump and all the assassination attempts, all the cheating, it is hopeless and we should just give up. What the demons don't know is that there is nothing impossible for our God. Nothing. Trump's very survival needs all of our prayers. God has always seen Trump as King David in the Bible, and this is why God is behind him. God saved Trump from both assassination attempts so far. People far and wide throughout this country need to vote for Trump. No one needs to be staying home on election day. That's what the devil wants, all of us to just not vote so that Kamala wins. The polls showing Kamala winning are all lies and smoke and mirrors to get us to give up, make things seem hopeless. It is the Democrats who are suppressing the vote. Make no mistake about it, God will help Trump at the very last moment. He always helps those who have humbled their hearts. With 100% certainty, it is only a matter of time before Trump is back in the White House, because God is not done with Trump. All across America, there is not a swatch of Americans that are not voting for Trump, except the atheists. They are mentally handicapped. There are two choices right now. 4 more years of the same BS that we just went through with Biden. Ask yourself one question, America. Are you better off now with Biden? Or are you better off with Trump, with president? Almost overwhelmingly, we were better off with Trump. I was better off with Trump. I can tell you Biden has no brain cells left that are functioning, and Kamala never had any to begin with. The only people running this country are the New World Order elite. Let's talk about my comparisons to Kamala, the whore of Babylon. Her and her boss, Biden, are both whores who have sold out this country. The riches of this country have been sold to China as they own most of the U.S. banks. Your houses, America, have been given to illegal aliens. These are just 2 marks against her. Mark 2 is Kamala's adulterous relationship with Willie Brown from the past. God abhors adultery, and I especially abhor it because of what it has done to my mom and our family. Mark 3 against Kamala was sworn in with a purple dress, just like the picture of the whore of Babylon we have all seen. So not only have we sworn in the Antichrist Obama, but the whore of Babylon as well. Think about that and let that ponder in your heads, America. Now let's talk more about what happens when, not if Trump is sworn in as president, but when. I have put my vote in God, who will come through. Now let's talk about what happens when, not if Trump is sworn in, but when. Again, Trump will win. I put my vote in God, who will come through. The number one thing Trump should do, as slandered and persecuted as he has been, is clean house. This means get rid of the CIA, FBI, all 3-letter agencies that have been against him. Secondly, all those against him go to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. This doesn't need to be just a firing, but a total gut of the entire U.S. government. Lock every one of the crooks in the prisons they have built for us. They've been building these prisons for us. Let's lock them in the same prisons. That would be irony. Trump needs to be finished. The border wall immediately, and stop the criminals and militia from coming into the country. If you are illegal, it should take you 7 years to become a citizen. You, in the meantime, get no federal assistance whatsoever. It was not your founding fathers who fought and died for this country and our rights, so you should not get theirs. Citizenship is a privilege. All voting in the U.S. needs to be done through the polls only. That is, you wake up to vote on election day, you show up on election day and prove your U.S. citizenship first. Then you fill out a paper ballot and put that in the machine to be tabulated. If you are caught at the polls illegally in this country, you are deported back to your country of origin. No mail-in or early voting allowed in this country, period. This should be made non-negotiable. Polls close at 8. After that, you don't get a vote. No cheating and no dropping off ballots to places after closing time. This is what happened in Pennsylvania 4 years ago. All votes are checked against the paper ballot. Every one of those that cheated and was caught last time goes to jail as well. In Trump's America, all wars need to come to an end. This includes both Israel versus Hamas and Ukraine wars. We cannot continue to support endless wars and are giving away weapons we do not have the money or weapons to continue to give away. This includes Israel. This country has $1 trillion plus interest payment, and we are below 40% on our weapons stockpiles. It aggravates me and most Americans that there are people homeless and starving in this country, and we do nothing about it, while illegals and others in this country mooch off of our wealth. It continues to prove that this government does not care one lick about any of us sheeple. We in the middle class continue to lose what little money we have while the elite get wealthier. We need to start investing in ourselves. In short, there needs to be more jobs and people at work in Trump's time than there were today. Let me talk about Hurricane Helene. It is beginning to look as though the Democrats are uncaring assholes. Biden said he can't give hurricane victims money, and the victims only get $750, and stipulation that this is a loan. If you can't pay it back, they take your house. Not to mention that Asheville and surrounding counties are getting no help from FEMA whatsoever. FEMA is preventing pilots from flying in supplies and they are closing the airspace above. Then the churches trying to bring in disaster relief have their goods confiscated. Then FEMA is allowing the bodies to sit and decompile. All of this is done to suppress the Republican vote and to get lithium mining in the towns that didn't want it. This is being done by design, by your own federal government. Mark my words, liberals, that this is one day going to happen to you, and you are saying nothing now. This evil is to the core and too much of a coincidence under 40 days before the election. Not to mention there are not hundreds but thousands of people dead in North Carolina, and FEMA lies about that. How long do each of us sit here and do nothing? Something must change. Let's move on to a country ruled by Kamala and the demons. First, I want to put it out there that she was chosen, not elected. You, America, never had a vote. The laugh's on you. Under Kamala, everyone will be a serf. There will be no middle class. The government will own everything, and you will be happy about it. America will never have peace, but endless wars. These wars will end with a nuclear war, World War III. With an end goal of 500 million people left in the world. I implore everyone to visit 444prophecynews.com and read the visions titled Dream of What the World Will Look Like in 2025. Look at another prophecy titled A Dark Time, Glenda Lomax. And many of the dreams I've had myself, the Russians fly planes over us and EMPs to take out our electricity. There will be no more place to travel, no more cars, no more buses or any other type of vehicle, no more supermarkets, no more AC or refrigerators. This will not happen to us at first, but will not be delayed for much longer if she is elected president. God will get America to repent. Not long after the fall of America, a disease will come about. One day that will spread by air and cause bleeding from the nose and eyes. Within hours, it will kill a person. Lockdowns will be back and shots mandatory for all. Resistance by true Christians will not be tolerated. They will call you vampires. They will persecute you like the church has not seen in its lifetime. The foolish virgins will suffer the most because they already took the sheeple shot. Many of us at this time will be in prison camps. We will be there for everyone else's safety and not our own. At this time period, a little bit before, there will come a great famine across this entire world due to an approaching planet called Nibiru. This will all be blamed on global warming, which is just a scam for sucking us dry of our money. It is what is making the elite rich. This will start the time of the Great Tribulation and end in a nuclear war, as most countries will not accept the elite's digital currency scheme. America as a country will fall in one day's time. You might ask why God would do this to us. It is because of sin. Let me make it clear to everyone. God does not hate us, but he does hate sin. Sin separates us from God. We were created in his image to commune and to talk to him. There is one sin above most that has gone unaccounted for, and this is abortion. There are some in the Bible community that believe we are not as sinful as the Jews of old who worship Baal. They sacrificed their children to Baal by burning them at the altar. We today are no different, and even worse sinners. With Kamala, she wants to allow abortions past full term. With Trump, this will be banned. I see only one Christian to vote for, and that is Donald Trump. If you are a Christian and voting for Kamala, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Let me go some figures on abortion. Last year, there was 629,898 legal abortions in America. 1,725 babies a day are aborted. Let me be clear, America. God will continue to allow disaster after disaster until this number is zero. These babies cry out to God and Jesus in heaven. If this is not stopped soon, America will be no more. We'll be a hissing. No one will ever come here again. The cup of indignation is almost full. This behavior makes me sick to my stomach, and it should do the same to every Christian here. Mothers who have aborted babies, you will be answering to your children in heaven at your trial. What will you say, and will you say nothing? What are the reasons people have abortions, you might ask? 3% fetal health issues, 4% physical health issues, 4% interfere with educational goals, 7% not mature enough to raise a child, 8% didn't want to be a single mother, 19% they were done with having children, 23 couldn't afford a baby, 25 not ready for a child. To 90% of the reasons I say that you are not a responsible person that didn't want to deal with the consequences of your actions, these are excuses. Let me make this clear, America. This life is a gift from God. We are born in heaven first before we are born here. Jesus knows every hair on our heads. Before we are born, the demonic vermin that infest this country are trying to reduce the world population in this way, through abortions. Do not go along with it. They want, by 2035, to reduce it to 500 million, but there are 8,161,972,000 in this world today. We must save America, folks. Speak up. Speak out and do not give up on the Christian walk of faith. Until next time, America, this is the Floridian Guy at another drop of the bucket. Signing off. What's next?